Start recording and then crack it.
All right, that's where we cue the audio and the video together.
Nice.
No, it's all recording together already.
Okay.
You don't need these right now.
You don't need those?
Nope. Okay,
Nice.
So welcome to the Untitled Podcast. So far, we're going to come up with a name for it later. It's a movie podcast. You got Jesus, Brad, Tom, and me, Tony, and we're just today we're going to be talking about the 2023 film Missing. We're going to be talking about the 2023 film Missing. Yeah.
We just watched it on what was that, like 5 days ago?
It was yesterday in
it
podcast land.
It is good to say the amount of days. I think 4 days ago then? Saturday or Tuesday? So
January 30th.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Right?
Yeah.
We watched it the 31st.
The 31st.
So yeah, it was like
31st.
so 4 days ago.
That's
5
pretty
days
good.
ago.
See, the arm is really nice until it gets in the way of drinking.
He's got a point.
That's why I like to hug my microphone. Like
Next to hug it.
It wouldn't be an issue if you didn't have a drinking problem.
There's nothing wrong with getting a little loose.
It wouldn't matter if I was drinking your Dutch Bros or if I was drinking a beer. It would still get in the way.
That's true.
By the way, we're giving them that. We don't.
Oh yeah.
we don't
sorry.
need that.
Sorry, I guess we're not.
Unless they're gonna pay for us.
So.
No, that's not. That was not the name I said earlier. That's just a fruity beverage.
Just a fruity beverage.
So
Fruit Loops in a cup.
the way we're gonna start this is we're gonna do the non-spoilers first. We're gonna talk about basically initial or just our overall thoughts of it without any spoilers, and if you think people should go see it in the theater, wait for streaming, or not watch it at all. And we're gonna start with Tom.
Okay. Am I supposed to talk about the movie or just if I think I...
Well,
should
just
watch
no
it?
spoilers. You can talk about whatever you want as far as...
This was a really cool movie about a mom that goes missing. Which I have no idea what that's like, but...
Because you never loved your mom enough to care if she went missing.
I didn't say that. I think this is definitely a wait for streaming, but if you could see it in theaters like matinee, it's not a bad choice.
If your mom went missing, do you think you go through the links that Junebug went through to get her mom back?
Am I getting Bing points off of it? Because otherwise, no.
Wow.
We're talking like personally your mom,
You.
like you,
Yes.
like
Your
you.
mother went missing. You had the capability
Tom
to do
famously doesn't like his mom.
Yeah.
Well, that's something we can talk about at another time. But
Yeah, well, we can talk about that too. That's fine.
if you need to,
Well, I mean, we don't have to go. We don't
It
have
sounds
to.
like
We don't have
something
to have a psychology breakdown. The psychology of Tom Colzer.
Yeah. Well, for one, I don't think my mother would ever find a guy who could afford to take her anywhere.
let alone to South America on an extravagant trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But other than that, I'm not that tech savvy. I couldn't figure out how to do that.
That was pretty cool. I mean, that was honestly one of my favorite parts about the movie was that how she was able to navigate so quickly
Yeah.
and so.
Well, everything
so
actually made
savvy on the
sense.
computer, and
Yeah.
it's like I can't do half of that.
All right, bro. What do you think? Watching in theaters?
I agree with Tom that I think that any time that you're in a theater, it makes the movie better no matter the quality of the movie. But in this situation, I just think that you could have the same movie experience watching it at home that you would in the theater. But the way that it was shot was what was unique to me, obviously. Like, I didn't see its predecessor, which was Searching.
Yeah.
So you said it was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Searching was really good.
Yeah. So
Very similar thing, though.
right,
So.
like the way that it's kind of there's no single cam. Everything looks like it's shot from a webcam or from like a personal cam. Very very unique. I mean, I enjoyed that aspect of it, but I don't know if I could watch so if this was broken down to say a series, I think it would not be as good, in my opinion. I don't know.
Okay.
Good movie overall. Worth a watch for sure, I would say.
All right, Jesus.
I'm not going to say streaming like you guys did, but I'm also not going to completely say theater either. I'm going to go a little in between and say...
Watch it in your car.
What? No. Like, basically...
Pirate it.
basically...
Don't give them any money, just watch it.
You need a home theater.
Basically, make sure you have enough points to have a free ticket, and then... No. Honestly, though, it's one of those... Yeah, it's one of those things... it's one of those movies where if you want to go to the theater and there's nothing else that you want to watch that's on... I would watch it in theaters. Like I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
That does not sound like you enjoyed it. It sounds like a bad review.
No, I enjoyed it.
What else do you want to watch?
Because I'm going off of you guys saying streaming. I wait till streaming. I wouldn't wait till streaming. Like I would. Okay. Like what I'm saying is like.
Well, Jesus goes to the movies a lot.
Yeah.
We all probably. Do. Well, we at least go once a week. I think he goes more than us.
I would say so. Over the course since we've started our group.
Well, because whenever a movie that he really wants to watch, anyway, he'll go and see it on the opening night or opening.
But he's also very good about going. Like, I'll go watch it again.
Yeah.
So I would say he does go to the theater.
Half the time, I also lie to you guys, and there's a lot of movies that I had already watched before that I never told you guys about.
Which ones?
I'm sure. Yeah, out of the movies that we've watched in
which ones did you lie to us about? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, that's all I care about. 2022 movies.
Bullet Train.
You had already seen that?
I had already seen Bullet Train when we watched it.
I'm already seen Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I had already seen Wakanda Forever.
And we all, I think...
Wait, what?
I knew that was going to be...
You had already seen Wakanda Forever when we watched it?
Yeah, I got the coin at home and everything.
Why?
You were at work.
This is such a deep story.
No, you were at work that day.
We'll
have to... We're going to have...
truths.
We're going to have to cut this conversation off for a different time.
I bought the coin on eBay.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
He's a little
Tom, you're about to get.
This can be a Patreon episode.
Right to be upset anyway because he literally goes and sees movies without us and says, "Oh
yeah, but that's because I have a life outside the group." Tom.
Oh God!
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I think this discussion though would be great for a Patreon epised.
He's hurt now.
Anyways, so getting back on topic,
This is picking up on my mic too.
I enjoyed the movie a lot, so much that I took Julie, and then you ended up taking one of your friends. They sat together and they talked about like 35% of the movie they talked through, and as you guys know, I don't like that.
I don't think that has anything to do with the movie. I think it just has to do with their personalities. Like they were like hens in a hen house.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't like that.
No, obviously. I'm
not going to name any names because I don't have her consent to put her name on blast. But I was definitely a little bit annoyed by that. Yeah.
No, and I was too. And Julie apologized to me after the movie because she knows it bothers me. But the point I'm trying to make is if I wouldn't have been enjoying, like I was so like interested in the movie and so like in deep in it that like if I wouldn't have been like it wouldn't have bothered me as much, but it did bother me. So that's how I know I was very interested in.
Well, it was definitely a movie you had to pay attention to the details. So if you're getting sidetracked doing something else, like it could take away potentially from some of the mystique.
So if I had to say. If I had to choose for actually choose, I would say I watch it in theaters, but don't watch it with two girls sitting next to each other that are going to talk through it.
Okay,
I would agree.
So, well, first off, I want to say Julie knew if she didn't apologize to you, she was going to get Chris Brown later on.
Whoa, relax.
Yeah, no, I mean, I pretty much agree with all you guys because I don't even think Jesus's answer was that much different. But I was going to say the same thing. Like, if you go to the movies avidly and you're looking at it already and you like think that like, hey, there, it's like between this or what else is even out right now that's like. Well, there's a bunch of bullshit out
right now. It's just a bunch of like the Oscar nominated movies.
I mean, just actual movies that are out.
Yeah, usually I'm to be honest with you, a lot of the 8 movies that were nominated for Best Picture. How many of them are out of theater right now?
I think they all are.
I don't think so.
No. Well, are you just talking about our cinema that we go to? Or are you talking about?
Yes, the one that we go to.
Like 5 of them. are playing this week at least.
Is there 8 nominated?
There's always now. They changed it about.
They're doing
from 5 to 8.
Actually, let's pull it up. I won't show on the screen so that we don't.
So we have Tar, Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness.
Top Gun.
That was a streaming though, wasn't it? Triangle of Sadness.
No, that was in the theaters.
Sure
oh, it
limited
was.
release.
Okay. I never heard
it came
about
out at theaters.
It was limited release. That's why.
Okay. Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
See,
The Whale. No, The Whale didn't get nominated for Best Picture. Just
we can't go back in days. I don't think they're.
No, I don't think you can.
Yeah, because they were showing. But we can see all the movies. So if it's between if you're looking, you've already seen Avatar. You've already seen what else? A Man Called Otto. You've already seen Puss in Boots. If you've already seen basically those 3 movies, I'd say go see Missing at that point. I haven't seen a lot of these other ones, but if it's 80 for Brady or
The Amazing
Missing, yeah. If it's one of those or I don't know if you're Infinity Pool got kind of good ratings, so that looks kind of cool. But anyway, but Missing, yeah. Out of those, if it was those 4 choices, I would go Missing. So, and then, yeah, they were also playing Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar. What are the other nominations?
The Banshees of
They were playing that.
Banshees of Inisherin. What great movie, by the way.
Do you have the list up on your phone?
I'm pulling it up right now, actually.
But I'd say otherwise wait for it to stream. If you don't go all the time, wait for it to stream. Because I actually don't think this movie particularly adds to the experience by going to the movies. I think that you can watch it if you have a good setup at home, a comfy couch, you have some popcorn and candy and what have you, and you can drink if you want to drink too. And it'll be a fun movie.
A drink,
yeah,
right?
Jesus,
while you're podcasting or otherwise.
But yeah, that's my opinion. It's just this.
Oop.
So here I have a list for Oscar nominated best film. The Fabelmans.
That was playing last week.
Was it? Okay,
yeah.
If it's still playing next week, I say we go see that. But that's not. It's whose choice is it?
It's mine.
It's
okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So
that's another thing we should probably mention is now we can record the order and it's on video and there's no mix up anymore.
Okay.
So it's basically goes right around the table from Jesus, Brad, Tom, and then me. That's right.
No, I think it goes
Brad,
Tony.
It goes Brad,
Tony,
me, yeah. Then Jesus, then Tom.
So
okay.
It goes like this.
Okay.
It's like an X.
You guys want to trade seats?
I mean, let's not forget who put this group together.
You're right. So. Wait, but didn't Tom pick Avatar? Which is what we watched.
He did,
you guys watched right before.
But that week technically was only the 2 of us. But it was still his choice.
Yeah,
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Tom went right before me because then I picked.
No.
Oh no, because you picked. Yeah, you picked Otto.
He had Puss in Boots.
No, you picked Otto.
Yeah,
he picked
Otto.
Otto.
Oh right. Okay.
And then
got it. We do need to do an Otto episode too, so we can.
Okay, so let me go through this list real quick. I know this is not the topic at hand.
I'll
but
just say ding if it was playing.
Okay, The Fabelmans.
Ding.
The Banshees of
Ding.
Inisherin. That was playing?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Women Talking.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think
it wasn't
so.
playing.
Okay. Oh, actually, I think it was, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Tar.
Ding.
Okay. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
They put it back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great
they
movie.
did.
Yeah.
Great movie. Top Gun Maverick.
Ding.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be the biggest box
It
office
might have
hit
been all of them. It
time.
might have been all of them.
Elvis?
I don't
Elvis
think
wasn't.
so. That was nominated for the Oscars? I know it won the Golden Globe for Best Picture.
It looks like there's 10 right here, so I don't know if this is the correct list because I think there's only 8 movies. Because I know Austin Butler was nominated for Best Actor for Elvis, which he was the only good part about that movie. Because that movie was garbage.
Oh, we could talk about Austin Butler, but that's way too much for.
The Woman King.
No, I don't think so.
You mean Great Value, Wakanda Forever?
That's what I'm gonna do instead.
Okay, so this list is
We'll keep going.
Okay. Knives Out. The Glass Onion.
I mean, that was
the second installment.
That
was a Netflix only movie. So
that got nominated.
See, that's what I'm saying. This has 10 movies on it, but it's only
well, keep going.
And Emancipation.
Proclamation.
That was it.
That's this list that I found.
Okay, that's fine.
Emascicated?
It says Oscar 2023 predictions. So,
all right. So, yeah. Does you guys want to move on to spoiler territory?
yeah, I mean,
we can.
I don't know how much we can really spoil. There's only one.
Well,
according to Tom,
big plot.
there's
he saw it coming.
There's like four.
It's not like we're gonna.
There's like four. There's like four plot twists.
We're not gonna spoil it though, right? In case anybody.
Yeah, no. We're gonna spoil everything.
We are gonna spoil it.
Yeah. If you guys don't want to watch, if you guys don't want any spoilers,
disclaimer.
if you don't want even if you don't care about most spoilers, but you care about like a big spoiler, then you guys should just leave.
No, don't leave.
And
listen to us.
Well, no, we're already far enough in that we get the view count. That's
okay, that's fine. We're gonna spoil you every week anyway. It doesn't matter.
And
spoil you.
You're already spoiled by listening to us.
yeah, if you don't care about spoilers, then feel free to listen. If you have already watched it, feel free to listen.
You guys are about to be sitting there
and
like
talk to us
chunky milk
in the comments. Why is the camera shaking? Is
that was probably because
it's scared. We're spitting hot fire. It's
the camera's all the way over there.
Oh.
I don't know. I would say if it's no longer in theaters by the time you hear this podcast, but it's not on streaming yet, pay the $4.99 and rent it.
Yeah.
Nah.
I will say that.
Honestly, I would say no.
I would
wait
too.
till it's for free.
Yeah.
Like we pay our $6 every Tuesday on the discounted night that we go, and that's good enough for me for every movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and we're doing that because that's just a thing we do.
Unless it's a Zack Snyder movie, right?
Wait, are you against Zack Snyder movies?
No, I'm saying because Tony wants to give more money to him, right?
Oh, you're talking about Zach Krager.
Krager, that's who it is.
Sorry. Oh, I will. Sorry. Yeah, I'll probably go watch all of his movies 3 times in the
just to give him the revenue.
Yeah,
to give him the revenue.
Well, also it's more about like not how much money he makes, but just so he can keep making movies.
I mean, the movie that we saw, Barbarian, was excellent.
It was, right?
And I loved it. Best horror movie I saw in
2022.
Yeah, in the last couple of years, actually.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider this a horror movie?
Oh no,
definitely not.
It's a thriller suspense. Okay, 100%.
I was not scared at all.
Well, I mean, most horror movies,
it was suspenseful.
You don't get
suspenseful. It was suspenseful to where you're kind of like, oh shit. Like,
horror movies, though, you're supposed to get
scared. Is she gonna get raped?
Even if you don't get scared, you're supposed to.
That's
with this movie. You're not even supposed to get scared. You're supposed to be like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? There's a moment in the movie that's a little scary. I guess we could talk about it because it's spoiler territory.
Sure.
When the dad comes into the house, and then, actually, when he takes her to the other house,
to their former house.
Oh yeah. You're like, it's pretty gripping.
Yeah. You're on the edge of your seat, like what's gonna.
You're like, is he gonna kill her?
Which is I honestly, whenever he shoots
the mom,
Grace, I thought she was gonna die. I thought that was, she's gonna have this big epic
I thought she was gonna die too.
She's gonna go on national news and say, my mother was so strong and all of this.
Don't worry about.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because she definitely should have died. She was bleeding out for a while.
Well, especially because she had Siri.
Well, we don't know how far the closest hospital was. Or the closest ambulance.
That's true.
Was.
Just because she called the cops back at her phone 5 hours away, right? Because that's how far.
That's how far the
house.
That's how far LA was from where they were at. But there could be another small town, within 15 minutes.
They could have. Just because her phone was triangulated in LA.
And I'm sure once she said, I found Grace, whatever their last name was, like,
it was national news at that point.
Yeah, the SWAT team was like, we're on it.
Yeah, true.
So should we give a little synopsis about the movie just quickly? About kind of like
I mean, do you want to do it? Because I can't. I'm stuck at synopsis unless I have it written down.
I'll do it real quick.
Okay.
I mean, just that way it doesn't seem like we're kind of talking in like a kaleidoscope box here.
I did think about that as we were talking about it.
Sure.
I was like, we're jumping around a lot.
The premise of the story is a girl,
June.
June. They call her June Bug in the movie. Her mom is going on a vacation in South America with a guy that she met Kevin Lynn.
No, Kevin Lee.
No, it was Kevin Lynn.
Was it Lynn?
Lynn, yeah.
Kevin Lynn. Yeah. And so they're going on this vacation.
Racist.
This is Waymond all over
He's
again.
Asian. His last name's Lee.
I said that the guy was. I mean, well, never mind. I'm gonna.
Anyways, continue.
Lee is way more of a stereotyping fucking racist.
Is it Lee Lin? I mean, they're. It's okay. I think I can understand how you got that confused. Honestly,
True.
So,
I just wanted an opportunity to call Jesus racist.
Grace goes to South America, Colombia, I believe.
Was it Colombia or something
so.
like that?
I think so. It was Colombia.
So June is supposed to pick up her mom from the airport after this weekend. She goes to the airport to pick up her mom. Mom doesn't show up, so she goes on this wild goose chase on the internet to find out where her mom's at, and because she's so computer savvy, she's able to connect all these dots, and things transpire, and it becomes national news because she makes it into a big story. Yada yada yada.
Turns out the lady in the pictures that were being sent to her the whole time were not her mom. It was some other chick that the dude hired to basically play her mom, but they never showed her face.
Oh,
Kevin Lynn's a con man.
Oh, you forgot to mention too. You forgot to mention beforehand they set up the backstory that she was a single mom because
her
dad
died of a brain aneurysm.
Brain aneurysm.
Well, brain cancer, right?
It said brain aneurysm whenever she was editing the.
Didn't it say brain cancer too?
I think so.
Brain tumor.
There was a whole bunch of stuff in the beginning to show basically that he.
Well, the cancer probably caused the aneurysm.
He gets a nosebleed in the beginning on the home videos, and everybody thinks that he dies. Yeah. So.
Yeah. They set you up to think that he's dead,
right?
And a big emotional scene in the beginning is when the mom is away on her vacation, and it's on Father's Day, and
we're gonna get better
really
at these
pisses her off. Yeah,
synopses.
We should have done this in the beginning, but that's okay.
We should have written it down
before we give a spoiler. We should have definitely done the synopsis, but that's okay. I mean, it's this movie was, in my mind. Should we go? I would like for us to go around and rate the movie too. I think that's important.
Well, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna
add
do
tier
this
list
a little bit. We got this.
Gotcha.
I'll show you guys.
Oh, okay. Now, do we have pluses and minuses? Because these are rookie scores. If not,
no, it's just S A B C D F.
Yeah.
What is S?
What do you mean?
S is like the best. The tip.
What is this?
The tippy top.
The tippy top.
The tippy top.
Have you never seen these tier lists before?
I've not. But what is it?
Not on the internet.
What does an S stand for?
Please forgive my
super.
Please forgive my. Hey, please forgive my caveman friend. He's not on the internet a lot.
That's a rating system.
I'm. If anybody is going to be hired by Siskel, by Gene Siskel and Roger,
Devil May Cry, Dance Dance Revolution,
no,
Need for Speed,
no, sorry,
no. Well, this is like in video games, and like now, like people have made these for others to just anything. You can go S through. It ends at D by default, but I've seen F in most of them, so I added F on.
Also, F is not for feelings, which is where I'd have to put a lot of these movies.
Well, it's like your grades in school, but then S would be like above
A+.
4.0. Yeah, it'd be like above 100%. It's like extra credit.
I used to hate those kids.
So let me explain real quick. So like an S for me would be like
Puss in Boots.
No, like Parasite. Or what you haven't seen either, but
I'm gonna watch. It's on my list on Hulu.
Okay.
It's on my queue. It's in my queue.
So like Parasite,
Puss in Boots.
Jesus liked Puss in Boots.
He did like Puss in Boots.
I wouldn't give it an S rating, but solid B.
Also, you guys, if you're watching this, there's a way for you to go on. I'll put the link in the description, and you can tell us what you think about the tier, and we'll see what the audience.
How they?
I think the audience is going to be with me.
You think so?
I do. I do.
Well, I mean, it's all.
I'm an everyman type of person, so I think
he didn't even know what an S tier.
Brad Bell, man of the people.
So like
Tom gets it.
And then an F tier would be like the movie I helped shoot. Like that would be like the bottom of the barrel. Like
you were the grit man and the
It's like very low. I mean, it could even be like hyper.
That's what I meant to say.
It'd be like one step below. For me at least, what was that? Don't Worry, Darling. Because I would put Don't Worry. I would put that at a D for Don't Worry, Darling. I'd put that at a D because
you mean Don't Worry, it's
it
over.
Looked really good. Like everything visual was great, but it just everything else sucked.
Kind of fell apart at the end for me, to be honest with you.
So anyway, that's not the movie we're talking about,
all
though.
Over the place here, but. We're getting the audience and myself adjusted to these ratings, which is important going forward.
Yeah. So now we know how the rating system works. We'll do this at the end. This is gonna be the end of it.
Got it.
But
now that I know that's coming, I gotta.
And then as we go through for 2023, we'll add them all onto this list, and we'll have like a bunch of different shit. We'll probably have stuff
for the sake of the
overlapping.
show. I'm doing pluses and minuses though. So we can, I can.
Okay, you can say that.
I'm
So
gonna say it, but I can
what's
still put
going to
the
happen
box.
is we're all going to say what we think, and then we're going to kind of average it out.
Good, cool.
So,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
so we're going to just have one score. We don't all have an independent.
Nice.
So back to the synopsis at the end.
I'm going to cut this. Put it back.
At the end, basically, there's mom's still missing. There's a plot twist. The dad's still alive, and he's the one who took mom.
And he was on crack.
He was on cocaine.
Oh, was that
He was on
a
that
plot
white
point?
girl.
He was on coke?
Yeah, that's why his nose is
The
bleeding.
nosebleed.
So you know how?
Oh,
she
I
said-
totally missed
so
that detail. How did I
the
miss
rest
that?
of the rest of that edited video in the beginning, she says, "I saw you go outside. I saw you go out back earlier."
Oh,
So I'm assuming
I
he took a
missed
little
that.
key bump.
That's
or
why he
something.
was.
Yeah.
His
A little
nose was bleeding.
sniffle of that booger sugar, and he got the nose.
I do remember that, her saying, I saw you go outside. I just didn't, for what, I missed the coke thing.
I'm assuming that he didn't go out there and smoke some meth because that's a little bit more obvious. I'm assuming
Well, he didn't,
she
he
saw him
wouldn't
go
have
outside.
did meth through his nose either, right? I mean,
exactly. I mean, some people, if you ever watch Breaking Bad, like Tico crushes that up and
I don't
gets
remember
a little,
that.
little
I remember
sniffle,
Tico, but I don't remember him doing that. But
He was like, "Oh,
I mean,
it's just the altitude." Oh, sorry.
Right.
I'm sure if,
Right.
it's
So
absorption. Yeah.
at the end, mom's locked up in a shed, and find out she's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Dad steals Junebug back, thinking, which is the biggest plot hole in the story to me, because what was he going to do when he stole her? His plans weren't to kill her, so he was just going to go on the lam and run from everybody and start a new life.
Yeah.
I think basically what they were trying to make it seem like was that at that point he was obviously crazy. He was just fucking crazy. So he thought he was stealing her because he was like, oh, she's my daughter. He didn't realize he's so fucked up in the head, he didn't realize how fucked up it was and how that would never work out. In his head it seemed right. That's what I'm assuming the movie went for.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I guess. I mean, to me that was just kind of a plot hole. It's what was this guy? We knew that he was unhinged, so yeah, it's fair to say.
Jimmy the church guy.
Jimmy the church guy.
Don't go to church.
That's not what the movie's saying.
So
We don't condone that either. If you want to go to church.
So let's talk about the twists real quick, because you said there's only really one twist. I thought there was several throughout, because
the first twist was
that was the biggest twist.
That was the biggest plot twist.
A bunch of little ones well,
I thought I honestly, Tom disagrees with this, and we can get into that in a little bit, but I felt like there was each time there's a twist, I was like, oh shit. For me, I fell for everyone, basically.
Now, Tom, on the other hand, was like, I knew the dad was alive.
So I will say, I told Brad, and I told
Brad, I knew the dad was alive from the very beginning.
I told Brad and I told Devney in the beginning of the movie when they first showed the dad, I was like, why? I was like, this guy looks like a pedophile. Like, he looks creepy. Why did they choose him? And then they're like, oh, has cancer. He's dying. And so I was like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Like, he looks like, he looks fucked up from chemo and shit.
Are you saying all cancer patients look like pedophiles?
If you're on chemo, they look... I just thought he looked creepy, and I said pedo because...
Really diminish our audience.
I
Me?
didn't think he looked that creepy.
Oh.
I really didn't. I was like, okay, so he's not like a great looking guy, but he's like average looking.
Yeah, but for a Hollywood movie, he looked like a creep.
Yeah, but everyone looks like a... Brad would look like
They could have at least done up his makeup better or something. Like, whatever it was. The photo they show in the beginning, after they show the video of the family trip, the photo they show... with all three of them, I was like, he just looks so fucking creepy right there. And then they immediately go to her, like, typing in, like, this is, there's
a lot of, I would say 20% of the movie is typed.
So I literally just dismissed him as dead, and so that worked on me really well. Like, that was a very well. Tom disagrees. He thinks that it was totally predictable.
So I didn't think.
I think they did that really well.
I want to clarify that I did not think that he was alive.
Tell us.
Until the moment when they show the Uber driver again, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's the dad." And I even turned to Ty
right before they exposed that he's
real quick. So the Uber driver he's talking about is when they're going from June and Grace's house to the airport. He's picking up Grace, which is the mother, and then Kevin, which is the not stepdad, but like he's the boyfriend of the mom, Grace. So he's taking them to the airport, and they show the Uber driver totally inconspicuous, and Tom's saying,
"No, not that scene. Not the first time they show him, but when the news report comes on and they say, "Who's the mysterious Uber driver?" That's when I was like, "Oh, it's the dad." And I turned to Ty, who's sitting right next to me, and I said, "Oh, it's the dad."
We should confirm this with Ty.
I can try calling her.
So I think we need to also another big plot twist was that Kevin Lynn actually met Jimmy in prison in Texas. And so
that's another one of the big reveals is that you think this whole time, and right before that,
could you have predicted that, Tom?
No.
Okay. At least you'll admit that.
Anybody remember the name of the dating app?
Oh no! It was like Flirt or something.
They used a lot of real like applications.
It was like Flirt. I think FLYRT.
It wasn't Flirt.
Something like that.
It was something like that.
It was OnlyFans.
It was something like Flirt.
It was not OnlyFans.
Maybe it was Flirt. I don't know. Flirt doesn't sound right though.
It was Angel Z.
Maybe it was like Fling or something.
Like Lovely. Wasn't it Lovely?
It might have been Lovely,
but with angel wings.
You're just gonna pick up.
Be extra. We're calling Ty right now.
I'm trying to call Ty
because he's a known capper. So.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't sound like. Wow, forwarded.
Tom is the king capper. She might call back. I'm leaving my phone here.
Tom, we might as well call Tom Bowser because he's the king of the Kappas.
Those are Koopas.
Kappas.
King Kappa.
King Kappa. Yeah. All right, that's a pretty what?
Nothing.
Yeah, you're Dowser.
Dowser.
You're Towser.
Towser.
All I know, sidebar, Nia Long is still hot after all these years too. I mean, she's still.
Who's Nia Long?
The mom.
Oh, really?
You didn't know that was Nia Long?
She looked good. I don't know. I didn't know her name.
Will Smith's girlfriend in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, that's her. Okay. I mean, I didn't watch that much of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so
for sure. She was.
That explains a lot.
A heartthrob.
What does that explain?
She was definitely a crush in the. I know where you're going with this, but let's not.
Wait, what are you saying? That Brad has jungle fever? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying that you.
Jungle fever. That's not something that I want to be associated with.
You are now. This is on the internet.
She's a beautiful woman. It doesn't matter what color.
No, I was saying that I was saying that I don't peg you as a type to watch a lot of African American shows as a child.
Bro, okay, because I didn't watch that single show.
Everybody Loves Raymond. He watched.
I didn't
watch Golden Girls.
Italian.
Oh my god!
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna get another beer. Do you guys want anything to drink?
I'll take another beer. You have another beer?
You want one of those?
There's no more. There's
I have
one more of those.
I have one more of these.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink that.
Yeah, you can give me another Truly.
You want the strawberry, if there is one, or do you want something
Surprise me.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Anything?
I'm good.
Right.
Are we paused, or are we just gonna sit here and
keep
sign?
going.
Okay, so yeah. I thought it was a good movie.
So here's let me kind of like give you guys a little backstory on what Tom does when we go to the movies. Fresh out the movies, he'll be like, "Oh, I really liked it. It was good." And then the very next morning, we'll get on the phone with Tom and be like, "So did you guys feel like that movie was like, I don't know, like I feel like it was really predictable and no, don't get me wrong. I liked it, but I don't know, it's just there's something about it. I don't know."
I think you're only doing that because of like recency bias. Though.
I think you guys,
historically speaking, no, I don't think
need to think about like if it's a movie I'm still thinking about after I've seen it. And I liked it.
You said that on Friday.
Well, it's true. If I didn't like the movie, I wouldn't think about it. I'd just flush it out of my mind. And I think that's fair.
Okay.
I think if I come to you guys the next day at work and I was like, you know what was really cool about that movie, or you know what I didn't like about that movie, or you know what happened in that movie that I want to talk to you guys about, that means I liked it and I wanted to think about it. I wanted to know your guys' opinion. And I wasn't going to message you at like 12 o'clock at night and be like, "Hey, you guys, I'm lying awake in bed thinking like, was it weird?"
Yeah. You're just dwelling on missing for, it's not,
But you were dwelling on missing at 12 at
I'm
night.
always dwelling. It's my dark.
We know you dwell.
It's my darkness.
I think that I'm going to wait for Tony to get back in here to kind of like... to bring this point to light. Here he is. So I just want everybody to know that I am responsible for this group right now happening. It dates back to when the Batman came out last year.
Yeah, let's talk about the group a little bit.
I want to talk about the group because I think it's important for the audience to know how much I care about my friends and how much I care about them.
So first off, we all worked together. Brad doesn't work with us anymore.
But he's always in our hearts.
And the reason Brad doesn't work with us
though.
anymore is because he moved to North Carolina for 2 weeks.
I didn't. It depends on who we're gaslighting.
We can go into that story on the Patreon too. But
it was first of all, it was 2.5 months. But
I know
we're not going to go into my.
I'm exaggerating for comedy purposes.
I was chasing grandeur. Okay, I was led astray.
Yeah, you were
created
misled.
This group. I said it would be nice for us because we're all movie lovers. All of us here, we all love movies, and we all have.
Especially Jesus.
Especially Jesus. He loves every movie.
He loves every movie.
That's not true. That's not true.
What movie did you not like?
What movie?
Actually, you didn't like the North.
Let me finish.
At first,
Let me finish.
Okay.
I said it would be nice for us to get together and go to the movies. I didn't think that we were honestly going to do it on a weekly basis. I said it would be nice because every Tuesday we have discounted movie night at the which is our home cinema, by the way.
Well, in a random city.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, it's
there's 12 of them, so take your pick.
There's 12.
There's 12.
Yeah,
there's
only 12. So if you show up at each one at a different night, a different Tuesday night for 12 weeks, we will be there, and you can kill us.
What's to stop them from getting? What's to stop them from getting a gang of 12 people to show up at all 12 on Tuesday nights?
With guns.
Thank you,
There's
Brad.
no
You just killed us. You just killed us, Brad. Congratulations.
Listen, if they want the smoke, come get the smoke, all right? I'm not that, all right? Just so you know. If it's my time, it's my time. And if you really don't like my synopsis of these movies,
I just know that
if it's worth it to you that much.
I just know that
we're just a group of guys that got together and we decided to have basically.
At some point, we're gonna have to start lying about what night we go to the movies, and we can't go on Tuesdays because otherwise there's gonna be someone who hates us enough.
I'm not gonna live in fear.
This isn't the menu, Tony.
I'm just gonna bleep it out. I'm just gonna bleep it out.
I'm not afraid of these people.
We're at the Beep Cinemas.
We dissect movies, and we're gonna give you our honest opinion on what we like and what we don't like. Jesus is more of the cartoon guy.
Well, yeah, Tom's
the cynic of the group.
Yeah, he's the most cynical.
I'm not cynical.
Yes, you were the most cynical.
I feel like for the most part, me and Tony agree on.
I'm probably more cynical than you. I'm probably more towards Tom, and you're more towards Jesus. But we're in the middle somewhere.
I'm good. Yeah.
Tom hates pretty much every movie. So Jesus loves it's a great group because Jesus loves pretty much every movie. Tom hates pretty much every movie, and me and Brad are like the balance,
the mediators.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll still tell you there's been very few movies that we've gone to see together that I could say that I did not like.
No. Wait, did you go to see Bob's Burgers, or was that
did
Jesus?
Not go to see Bob's Burgers. I was not there that
I don't think you were.
I had something to do.
Tom didn't like that one either.
But I was not a Bob's Burger. I didn't watch the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tom didn't like Bob's Burgers.
I like the Lucky Duck song. Does that count?
Well, the movie was like a long episode, which is fine because we only paid $6 Tom.
That's what a lot of movies are like. That whenever the series is done,
exactly.
If they make a movie like Entourage. I don't
you know what's crazy though?
Guys, but Entourage, the movie was basically
you would
just
be an
like,
Entourage guy. That's fine. You. It's fine. You would
it's
be.
Sex in
you
the
would.
City for men. Okay?
So, did you guys watch Fairly Odd Parents when you were kids?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't a big.
Okay, so not Brad, not from.
That's Adult Swim or no?
No, that was on Nickelodeon. When we were kids.
Brad, he wasn't a big child, so.
I was. My cartoons were just not the same as your cartoons.
That's okay. What'd you watch? Disney Channel?
Well, he was born in
a lot of Disney Channel.
He was
That's
born
fine.
in like.
That's fine. We're all
not necessarily Disney cartoons.
I was like a Nick kid.
I watched Doug and Nickelodeon. That was more.
Well, that became Disney later. Doug did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney bought Doug. Anyway, so my point though was the Fairly Odd Parents, that first movie that came out, was nothing like the TV show, and they just put it on TV. It didn't come out in the theaters. It was just like an hour and like 20 minutes. What
was it on Cartoon Network?
It was on Nickelodeon.
But it originated on Cartoon.
Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah.
No.
That was it.
No, it was always Nick. Yeah.
Okay, see,
yeah, it was like in the same.
Naive.
It was in the same like realm as.
Naive.
What were the other ones that were like?
Don't call me stupid.
Because
Cat
that
Dog.
like studio made a bunch of.
Oh.
Not Cat Dog. But the Teenage Robot was one of them.
Oh.
Fairly Odd Parents might have been the first one.
Like that, dude. Really
Fairly Odd Parents.
Maybe
Danny Phantom.
Teenage Robot. Danny Phantom.
Yeah, those they were all in that same. Like,
Ben 10.
Ben 10, yeah.
No, Ben 10 was
10
Cartoon Network,
yeah.
and it was a different.
Angry
So
Beavers.
hold on. Well, you're talking about like 5 years prior to Fairly Odd Parents. You should have just kept watching Nickelodeon because Fairly Odd Parents was such a good show. But that first movie, like you were saying that like it's basically a long episode. It was basically a long episode, but they like mixed it up like crazy, and I feel like that's a really good like series to movie. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Ratio.
Well, just
Pipeline.
Yeah, Pipeline, whatever. I mean, I feel like they should strive for that, or even like The Simpsons movie.
Pop it up.
It wasn't just a long episode of The Simpsons. It was kind of,
but it had its own storyline.
But also it was like they did a big thing. Like it wasn't just like. Because in the Bob's Burgers one, it wasn't really like they did a big thing. It was kind of. I'll agree with Tom on that.
We're spending too much. We're exhausting too much of our energy on this ball.
That's fine. I think we're. What else do we have to talk about missing? Unless we're just going to berate Tom about thinking it was too predictable.
I feel like since this is our first podcast together, I want to get into. This is about. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. Like this was your idea, but we want to compile a list of our best movies of 2023. Mm-hmm. And that's what our goal is.
Yeah, and then we can compare it to the Oscars when it gets to 2024.
Since this is our first episode, and since we're so fresh into 2023, we can go back a little bit of our movies in 2022 and kind of give a little bit of backstory of what.
Yeah, because we've been pretty much since. early, like it was like what, March of 2022.
Whenever the Batman came out, which
well, no, because the Batman came out in like January or February. We watched it all the way. We watched it all the way towards the end of it showing.
But none of us had seen the Batman.
I had.
You had
3 times.
Two of you guys had.
I saw it once and I fell asleep for like the majority of the movie.
Whenever we went to go see it.
No, when me and Chris went to see it, because we went at like 8:30 and it's a 3-hour movie so. And I couldn't do it. You guys know I can't. If there's a long movie, we gotta watch it by 6.
Let's see if we can.
Otherwise,
if we can quickly go through the movies that we saw last year. Just quickly, we don't have to dissect them at all. But so we saw the Batman. We saw Morbius.
I did not see Morbius.
You weren't with us when we saw Morbius.
We saw the Batman and we saw the Batman.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. And then
we saw Bob's Burgers.
No, we saw. Didn't we see
The Unbearable Weight?
The Unbearable Weight?
Are you guys trying to go in order?
I was just for
then Unbearable Weight.
Then I want to say The Northman was after that.
Sonic. We watched Sonic, then The Northman, then Bob's Burgers, then Top Gun Maverick, then Jurassic World Dominion.
Wait, did you make a list on your phone?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
No, he's looking at his tickets.
But we watched all. There you go.
Then Thor. Then
there you go.
Then Thor: Love and Thunder. Then Bullet Train. Then you guys watched Nope, and then I watched Nope, and then we watched Beast. Then Barbarian.
We did see some good movies.
Then Don't Worry, Darling. Then Amsterdam.
Didn't see that. This is the time gap right here from the Amsterdam.
You lucked out on Amsterdam.
And then Barbarian again.
I mean,
yeah, I had to go see that because I didn't see it the first time.
And then me and Tom watched Wakanda Forever, and then we watched Wakanda Forever again with Tony, and then we watched The Whale.
You watched it 3 times. What was the other one? What was the other one?
Julie.
What about the Menu? You guys didn't. Oh, you guys went to go see.
They went to see it. I wasn't there. Yeah.
So the Menu was on there as well.
Oh yeah, the Menu was after. Wait, was it after Wakanda Forever?
Probably.
Okay.
And then The Whale, and then Violent Night, and then Puss in Boots.
So that's the good thing about what we're doing now is we'll have every movie we watched on this list. And we'll have to,
I would like to real quickly everybody go around and say what the best movie that we saw last year together was. I'm gonna go with Bullet Train for me, just because I enjoyed it the most.
It was really good. I'm really sad about how bad the ratings were because it was a fucking really good movie. It was really good.
I didn't know that until way later because I thought it was
I didn't know that until way later either.
Not as much as Top Gun Maverick, which was. My grandma would have liked that movie, you know what I mean? Like my mom, who is she only likes Hallmark or Christian movies, she liked that movie. So, I don't know. We saw a lot of good movies. For me, Bullet Train was top, but it wasn't the best movie, but it was my favorite.
Thinking about it.
What was the best movie
Should
we
I go?
watched?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead, go.
Not the best. I mean, you're the
my favorite?
Yeah.
Your favorite, not the best.
My favorite. I still got to think about it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say Barbarian was my favorite, but
bias.
But Everything Everywhere All at Once was probably the best.
I would agree
by technicality.
For me, I would agree with that.
But Barbarian was. Fucking, I mean, it's a really good fucking horror movie, dude. It's hard to.
Like I said, best horror movie that I've seen probably in the last couple of years.
Did you watch The Black Phone?
I did. I watched it.
It was better than The Black Phone because I heard that was amazing.
I watched it on Peacock and I thought it was a good movie. Very original storyline and different from a lot of. It wasn't really. I wouldn't say horrifying. It was kind of more of a suspense movie also, but I would put it in the horror genre. But I would agree.
I watched like the first 5 or so minutes of that, and I got interested, and then it was when I was in Vegas, and my friend was like, don't watch that. I still want to watch that, and then we ended up watching Barbarian. We watched like the first act of Barbarian, and then we went to sleep and watched the rest the next day.
Oh man,
Tom. Your favorite and the best movie.
So the best movie that we saw last year was Top Gun. And that's probably just the plain nerd in me. No. Like, I forgot who was sitting next to me, but the whole movie I was like, oh, that's a Cobra. And then, oh, that's that jet. And I'm sorry, whoever it was. I think it was you, Tony, wasn't it?
No, you were sitting next to the lady.
You're probably saying it to yourself.
Oh, yeah, you were sitting next to the Mexican lady that was like...
You were sitting next to the lady like, oh, that's the funny part.
That's the funny
part. That's what you took away from it?
But
that was the funny part.
That was the funny part. But I think the best movie we saw together was Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
That was a really good movie too, and it really doesn't get talked about.
I felt like with the group what it was, and that we went and it was like a movie about friendship. I think it was like the best group movie. That
I also want to say real quick,
I did not expect that. I must say that I did not expect Tom was going to say that.
I didn't think that either. I thought he was going to say the best movie was Top Gun Maverick, and my favorite movie was Top Gun Maverick. But when we went to see Barbarian, my friend Amanda was there with her daughter, and so we got to talk to her about it after, and it was like kind of cool because like that was one of the first times we had like someone else to like. Well, I guess Devney had come a couple
we kind
times.
of riff. That's one thing that I do enjoy doing after the movie is we kind of riff and dissect the movie after we get out and talk about it for a good 15, 20 minutes.
So it'd be cool if we could do the podcast right after we watch the movie, or like Wednesday night or something. But I mean, yeah.
We're
especially for baby Jesus who has to be in bed by 10.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not the one that falls asleep inside the movie theater.
Well, that I'm getting a nap so that I could potentially do a podcast later.
Tony's notorious for falling asleep for 5 to 20 minutes of a movie at any given time. I can hear him snoring.
Or most of the movie in the case of Amsterdam, which
and
is
missing.
Wait, did I?
In this movie that we were talking about, I heard Tony fall asleep and snore for
No.
times.
Devney would have stopped me if I was snoring.
I heard you snoring.
No, you're full of shit.
Do you know?
I only fell asleep. I only fell asleep for like 2 minutes of that movie.
Do you know how you
Like,
snore?
But at that, and you did snore in the.
Devney would have definitely stopped me from snoring. Devney would have woken me up.
Jesus doesn't like to sit next to
Devney didn't even realize I fell asleep, and she would have woken me up if she heard me snoring. Unless she's going deaf in her left
I
ear.
heard you, like at least once.
You're full of shit.
I
I mean, Cap, it's fine. If you want to say that, that's your story.
There's no reason. To
Tony was like,
I don't.
So do we?
That's fine.
It's a cartoon character.
What do we want to get into the 20?
Well, first I want to hear what Jesus' favorite.
He said let him think about it. So
Yeah.
let's go back. Your favorite movie of 2022 that we saw together, and the movie you thought was the best movie.
And I swear to God, if you say Morbius,
Why would you put that thought?
He's jumping over this table.
That was the most trash movie that we saw together.
the best movie we watched was definitely Morbius.
I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, my favorite movie was probably Puss in Boots, and the best movie was probably Wakanda Forever.
okay. Have you watched it now that it's on Disney Plus?
No, I haven't watched it.
What was your favorite movie again?
Puss in Boots.
You didn't see Everything Everywhere All at Once at all, huh? You didn't ever even watch that.
Watched it,
Dude. Good movie.
This isn't the place to talk about it, but later on I want to hear your thoughts comparing Sonic 2 and Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots was better.
Well, I know it was. Obviously, you just rated it the best, but I'd like to, because there was a lot of lead up to Sonic 2 that we went through, and there was no.
Wait, that's a Patreon thing we can talk about, but yeah.
All right.
I didn't realize that.
Puss in Boots was really fucking
Guys'
good.
taste in movies.
It was good, and I don't even know how to.
No,
end it.
did you watch it yet?
Watch what?
Puss in Boots, The Lost Wish.
They watched it with us.
Oh, right.
And I said it was a good movie. I mean,
It was a very good movie. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like my expectations were.
Best animated film.
I feel like my expectations were so low. I think, and
Well, for me,
so yeah, so like it blew my mind. Kind of, I was like, "Damn, dude, this is really fucking good." Like,
my thing is, if I'm going to the theater to watch a movie, is like I want to keep an open mind because I'm there, and like,
and you want
It's
to,
always been a nostalgic experience for me.
and you want everyone that goes to the movies with you to get depressed. By the end of the movie,
my last two choices because we rotate every week.
I feel like we could pick out more to watch that.
But you can. My last two choices were The Whale, which was a good performance by all the actors.
Yes, it was good. It was a great movie.
The movie itself was good.
It was really good. It was really good. I would say it was
I'll
great.
probably never watch it again. Will you?
The Whale?
Yeah. Will you?
Fuck no.
Only because of how depressing it is. Only because of how depressing it is. I mean,
look,
but it's a good performance.
I'm only saying fuck no because it's depressing as fuck, and it's just like
but do you agree?
But it's not a bad movie.
Do you agree that the actors did a great job?
Oh no, it's a very great.
Everything
movie.
about it
I would
was
never
good.
watch it again.
Everything about it was
And then
good.
A Man Called Otto, like
Here's the thing though.
I
would probably watch A Man Called Otto again.
I would watch that several more times actually.
Really?
Because A Man Called Otto is like an emotional roller coaster where you get like
but it still feels
happy,
good.
sad, like you get like all the emotions in it, but the whale is just fucking depressing throughout. And I mean, there is little funny moments, but there's funny moments.
Name a funny moment.
Well, also dark humor when she
funny fucked up moments.
when he's backing up in the wheelchair and she goes beep beep. I mean, there's a lot of dark humor jokes.
I want to give her credit.
Well, also the daughter also was funny at moments.
She was okay.
She was a bitch.
Yeah,
We can agree on that. So I want to give.
I fell asleep for way too much of
credit.
that
So the
movie,
nurse
honestly.
in the whale, I thought did I not call this after we watched the movie? I said she's going to get nominated for best supporting actress.
I don't remember, but I believe you. I believe you.
Okay, give me
I know that
something.
doesn't mean anything, but
It means something to me.
all right, well, good. I'm glad it means something to someone.
Damn it. I want to give her credit. Hong Choi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she played Liz in The Whale.
You probably shouldn't have even tried to pronounce it just out of respect for her.
Probably should have just said the character's name and said the actress.
It was Liz. Hong Choi.
I'm trying to call Ty again because we need to clear this up.
Oh my goodness.
Missing?
About Tom Kappen.
What did he say it called again?
Like when they were like, "Who's the Uber driver?" That he was like, "I turned to die," and I was like, "Oh, hold on, let me do the Tom."
Why would you do that? That's if you thought that was the case, why would you like spoil the whole movie?
I don't know.
Because he wanted to have his little aha moment, like
I wanted to be clever in front of Ty.
She must be at work. All right.
she's like,
Well, it was worth a shot.
it's fine. We don't have to. I don't care that much.
You care a little bit.
No, contrary to popular belief, I don't.
Probably didn't even hear.
All right.
I don't wake up every morning thinking, "How can I fuck Tom's life up today?"
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we?
Do we have time to talk about A Man Called Otto?
Right now we're at 56 minutes for missing. We can do another podcast. We can do, if you have time, we can do a separate podcast for A Man Called Otto because I feel like we can talk about that a lot too.
I have another hour, so it's up to you guys.
Yeah. So let's give our rating for.
Okay, let's do that.
So I would say missing for me is a B.
I would say for me it's a B as well.
It was a great movie. It wasn't like I've already seen Searching also, so that kind of like I feel like affects my judgment a little bit. But yeah, what do you get? So we're at B right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm B.
I'm gonna go. I told you I'm going to do plus and minus system.
Yeah. For
the sake of our judgment here, I'm gonna go with the B box. But I'm gonna go more lean towards B minus, only because I don't think that I would ever watch it again. Okay. And in order for me to say I want to watch this more than one time, it's got to be higher than that. But I'll say B.
See, I would say if I would not watch it again, it would be at least a C for me personally. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it's a C. I don't know how well it would stand up to a second viewing. I think if I was just to watch it once and be done, I would say B. But if I knew that I was gonna, it's a movie.
So you're gonna give it a C though.
I'm gonna give it a C.
Okay, that's fair.
We're gonna give it a B overall because B minus C. I mean,
Yeah.
That averages that out to a solid B.
Yeah, that's
Okay. I think that's
close as we're getting.
To me, that's fair rating.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it an S. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I still don't think that would move up to an A, though, would it? I guess maybe 2 B's, a C, and an A would still be a B.
Well, you said B minus, so yeah, it's a B.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I would give it a high C.
High C.
High C. Yeah. But I just think that you can't input a movie that you're gonna want to watch more than once above.
I agree. I think that's fair. Yeah, but because I enjoyed it and because it was unique, that's why it belongs in the B box according to
Yeah,
ratings.
yeah.
But it's still a B- overall movie because I'm not going to watch it again. I'll recommend it to watch one time, sure, but I'm not going to tell you that it's a great movie. It's a good movie.
I would say it's a great movie. I mean, for me, like there's like great, and then there's like fucking amazing, and then there's like, you know, stupendous,
apparently.
Supreme.
And B is great.
Spectacular.
Great. But I would say like between B and C is kind of average, but B is like the higher end of average, which I mean, honestly, in these days it's like that is a great movie, the higher end of average.
Yeah.
It's hard to make
like to actually see like fucking something you've seen like once in a lifetime, like S, like once in a lifetime kind of movie. Like, how often do those come? The last time I saw one was in 2019.
So for me, like and I don't want to go off on a tangent.
No, it was Parasite. I'd put RRR at like A or B.
Really?
Yeah.
What is RRR?
RRR? That's a whole nother conversation.
That's the Bollywood movie you guys were talking about
really
for
good.
me to watch. Okay, so I didn't
see. We should have been doing this in 2022. I mean, there's probably gonna be just as good of movies, but that was a really good movie.
I mean, we have a lot.
Would you put that at S?
I would put that at S.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it has the budget of like, but I think for what its budget was and what it did.
The story like was an S story.
Yeah.
For me, like every single part of the movie has to be an S. Like.
I guess that's fair.
Breakdown, the audio breakdown, the story.
If you get me to stare at
the not the actors necessarily, but their acting skill.
Yeah.
Like that all has to be an S for me to give something an S.
Well, Tony, you're just harder to please.
Yeah. Watch Parasite, motherfucker.
I still haven't seen it.
It's in my queue on Hulu. As a matter of fact, I'll try to watch it tomorrow night.
What really sucks about Parasite is like not even a month later, Joker came out, and it's like thematically so similar.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thematically, just theme, not like
I get what you're saying.
Not like the story.
I would not have thought that because I thought it was a comedy. It's listed as a comedy.
Joker?
No.
Parasite
is listed.
No, okay.
It's
so Parasite
it's a comedy.
Parasite is fucking hilarious. That's the thing is Parasite is the same way as a Man Called Otto, where it's like it's
dark
just
humor.
Every emotion you get every emotion out of it.
I like those movies though,
and that's why we'll talk about Otto in a little bit, but that's why So we are at an hour and 2 minutes. So you guys are
missing. Watch it one time. You won't be.
You'll be entertained.
It's a good hour and 45 minutes out of your life. You'll never get it back, but you're not gonna be remiss if you watch it.
And hopefully,
it was good.
Hopefully, you've already seen it before you listen to this podcast because we did give away the ending. But
so real quick, I'm just gonna point. So this is how I would rate things: it's really bad, okay, good, really good, and then
amazing.
Yeah, like things you're only gonna see once in your life.
I just want to say really
not
quick.
That you only watch
after seeing this year, like for me, horror movies kind of go into a different ranking system because it's really, really hard to make a really good horror movie. So that's why I would put Barbarian as an S. In horror, overall movie, it's an A for me.
Yeah, I would put it in an A. I'd put it in an A
for me.
Well, but yeah, we got to go with the overall movie, not just so.
In respect to,
I would put it in an A
in respect
too.
to the rating.
But I also would only put Everything Everywhere All at Once at an A. Like on this tier list, they'd be tied for me.
I don't know,
but I would say it's a better movie.
Everything Everywhere All at Once would get an S for me.
I would say it's an A.
I thought it was a beautiful movie, beautifully shot movie. Good storyline, good acting, just entertaining also, because I think that has to go into it. Does it entertain you?
Yeah. All right, let's close this one out and we'll start the
goodbye.
Which I don't know. I don't think that's going to be Patreon. We might do that later.
Beep,
Bye,
boop,
everyone.
boop.
Oh, do you guys want to shout out your anywhere to follow you at real quick?
La Flama Blanca _ La Flama Blanca
on Instagram.
_ That's me on Instagram. But that's the I don't have a Twitter.
I am literally Jesus Cabrales 33, and that's CAB as in boy RALES. That on every social media.
Please don't follow me.
That's it. You don't want any shout out?
Maybe later, but right now, no. Please don't follow
You
me.
need to wear a mask. Like,
I'm
I'm not gonna promote that guy right now, but you need to wear a mask when we're on camera.
I'm right here, 1990 0 because someone else got that. 1990 on Twitter, and I'm a.c.black3 on Instagram, and I'm Tony Block on YouTube.
We're gonna hit you back with a name later. We're gonna collaborate on a good one.
All right, guys. Peace out.